says to us that she can't name people, and I would say normally that's News 24. Some of the journalists are doing exactly what she's doing here. Some of the names are named here. There's names which he named here as well. Now, I'm not sure if the witness is protecting, because he made a guarantee to those ones who gave him information. But to some of us, it's like we are gossiping here. For me, honestly speaking, it's like we are gossiping. We're going to go out of here not knowing who are we talking about here. And for me, it's disappointing, Chair, that our witness she's not prepared. And she's making it very clear to us that she's not going to tell us the names. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Matthews. Okay, Honorable Shongwe.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I think Adhoc Mary should either refrain from giving us information without names, because nameless information cannot assist us anyhow. Where are we going to go with that information to? Who are we going to confront with that information? So maybe for her sake, she can just put the nameless information on the side and give us information with names if she's not going to give us names. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Ngola.
Thanks, Chair. Chair, I've noticed that in the evidence of the witness before us is largely reliant to secondary or third sources. So it's largely on information that which the witness has received from someone or some people or this and that. So it is worrying, Chair, that the witness is not willing to reveal the sources, because how do we then put value to the evidence that is accused before us, and how do we then verify if that which has been testified before us is actually true or false? So it gets worried when the witness is refusing to reveal from whom did the witness get that kind of information. Chair, we have long discussed the issue of names since the first witness, and we will implore with the witness to share with us as much information as she can, because if she doesn't, it means, therefore, as Honorable Skosana says, we're busy here gossiping. Because the statement of the witness is largely reliant on secondary sources. Thank you.
May I respond? I answered a question about my contact with Mkhunu, and I had to explain how it happened. I cannot reveal a source of somebody who might get killed for telling me. I mean, this is an ethical problem. Basically, I have to give people my word that I will not reveal it. When it comes, most of what I've told you, I've heard directly from people about the abuses. The prisoners themselves have managed to send emails from prison. Sometimes that you can talk to them on the phone. I've spoken to people there. This is first-hand information. All the names I'm mentioning are already on record. Now, if, for example, the General Mkhwanazi or General Khumalo come along and talk about, well, this is what we're doing, they're getting that information from informants, perhaps. They're not telling you their informants' names. The informants would be killed. It's the way I've been doing this. It was part of my training as a social worker. I had to take an oath of confidentiality when I was still a student. I have worked with this for years that I do not. I mean, people know they can trust me. So most of the evidence is people that are already, I'm talking about people that are already named in the media, people who've given evidence. The only names I'm with, I got that letter. You asked how I got the letter. I got it, and it's a letter that we all know exists. I didn't manufacture that letter. And I have made a point elsewhere in this affidavit, only because I was specifically asked to comment about links with intelligence, that not only does the information, some of these allegations I cannot. I'm making it very clear. Because I'm seeing reports in the media, stunning revelations. These are not revelations, they're allegations until they're examined. And these people, a lot of people are just dying to give their first-hand evidence to the Middle Commission. And there's a clause for secrecy in giving evidence.
Honorable James will be followed by Honorable Nomvalo and then Honorable Matthys in that order. I think they are still not satisfied, Prof. Doctor, on the responses that you are giving.
Okay. This is not a storytelling environment. This is not a history class taking us back to the 1980s. Our communities are under siege. Our children are being fed drugs. We are here to get to the truth. Ethics has long left this room and left this country. Long time ago. It's too late for that now. We need names. Anyone that comes here today, we don't know you. You said earlier on, Professor, my people trust me. I don't know you. I don't trust anyone. So please, can we have names here today? And when you get asked a question, Chair, I find that the witness sometimes will get asked a simple question. How did you learn of the letter? And then we must hear about groups where stationery and fuel complaints are being received. Please, can we stick to the question? Can we give a frank, honest answer? And can we move on and can we get names? We've been listening to this all morning and we've been patient with the witness, but I think time is moving. We don't have a lot of time. Can we please get to the bottom of this now?
Yeah, not before. Honorable James. Honorable James. What is it that let's be specific so that we are able to help the meeting to move forward.
Okay, let me give you an example.
Yeah.
When the witness was asked, how did she learn of the letter? She answered, she said, via a WhatsApp group, a police WhatsApp group, and members have also been complaining about fuel and about petrol and all of that stuff. The entire morning, whenever she speaks and she speaks about her sources, she doesn't reference the name. It's just, she's unable to verify. When she speaks about crime intelligence leader and head of crime intelligence, there's provincial, there's national, she's not specific with names I've picked up. So there's a lot of inconsistencies in her statement. And I think out of respect and sort of one looks, at a lot of things, so you don't want to be too hard, but it's been going on the entire morning. And there's a lot being said here where I can see we're being patient, the evidence leader's being patient with her, but she's not getting to the point, and we are getting derailed.
Okay. Did you note the question?
I did indeed. Well, I wouldn't have come here if I'd known that I couldn't withhold people's names for ethical reasons, but they might get...
Dr. De Haas, did you note the question?
I heard the question about needing to know the name. Indeed, I did. Yeah.
Note that question. We are coming later.
May I explain?
Honorable Nomvalo.
No, thank you very much, Chair. I think the first thing that we need to, as a basic necessity that we need to protect in this House is the decorum. That is number one. When members have asked for an opportunity to make inputs during the course of her testimony, she must wait for the Chair after we have spoken, for the Chair to give a directive. You don't budge here, Coco. You wait for the guidance of the chairperson, and thereafter you come in, because here we are engaging so that ultimately the Chair would give a direction based on the engagements that we have tendered here in a meeting. Secondly, people who have been coming to this committee, including people who are in the higher echelons of the state, have been mentioning names of serious people who occupy serious positions. So we don't understand this story that we are being told here, because it means we are subjected to hearsay. And hearsay is evidence whose credibility relies on another person other than the person who's giving testimony. So it means here you are giving us information whose credibility relies on another person. And this is a fact-finding mission. So if you come with a cold and a silent evidence, how is it going to help us as this committee? Because you give us evidence, we analyze, we dissect, and if there are names in it, we take it further by inviting those people whom you have mentioned in your testimony. So really, Chair, we can't allow to be subjected to gossips. We have no time for gossiping here. We want to deal with the real evidence. She must tender real evidence, and if she has nothing to say, she must keep quiet. Thank you very much.
Honorable Matthys.
Thank you, Chair. We asked Professor Mary to be here based on the testimony of the Minister. And most of his statement, he submitted the whole report, so her complaint letter. So she's here because a minister told us that one of his decisions on making, or his main decision on why the PKTT was disbanded was because of a complaint that was sent by Professor Mary. So I think that is one of the main reasons that we must have in the fore of our heads on why Professor Mary is here before us. The second issue, Prof, I think you have to also appreciate there's a difference between anthropology, ethics, and also what we are doing here. It's justice. So while we understand, you'd rather not tell us a story if we are not going to have names that are going to be attached. And you can't talk while I'm talking. So let's just take a chill pill a little bit. And it's fine if you don't want to give names. We do understand we are in a very hostile environment and people are being killed. We'd rather not hear the story because it makes us difficult for us to do our jobs as members of parliament. And you can't also roll your eyes while we are talking. We need... or maybe we must be told, how do we process information on so-and-so said this, there's someone lying in prison, I can't tell names. How do we process it? Maybe that's something that we can do, or you need to tell us, because we are here, we need facts, we need to process information. As my colleague said, there are witnesses that we need to come. We'd rather not hear the story if we are not able to verify that information, because as members of parliament, we are here to execute justice, we are here to do an inquiry. So we need that. If you cannot tell us, give us a name, don't tell us the story. And I'm asking that we do that. And maybe we should also just, Chair, I just try to wrap up. I mean, I do appreciate that people can be killed and be going through a very hostile time, but we also can't just listen to stories and there's no way of us being able to verify that information. Thank you.
I would just urge us as a committee to maintain equal and fair treatment to all witnesses. The terms of reference doesn't say if you don't give names, you must not tell the story. It gives an option to share a name in camera. You can share it in an enclosed setting. So let's treat all witnesses the same. If may I finish? So what I'm saying, Chair, is...
Honorable Souls, with due respect, let's take the point of order. I will come back to you.
Thank you, Chair. On a point of order, Honorable Sauls always does this. So now he's trying to say that we are treating witnesses unfairly. No one said that the witness cannot do in camera. So why doesn't he just come here and say, if the witness cannot say names, she must say it in camera. It's simple like that. Don't come here and always undermine us. And it's so unnecessary. And you hold us back here in the committee because you are unnecessary, Honorable Sauls. Just say, let the minister, let the witness do it in camera. There's no problem. Don't throw shade at us and say we're treating witnesses unfairly. It's unnecessary. You are always doing this in the committee and you hold us back as a committee of trying to be progressive. Thank you, Chair.
Okay. I will
ask team. So I appreciate this move. I appreciate your asking me, but if you had said to me, we're going to insist, you must remember, I mean, even I know, I'm not a lawyer, but even I know that you have the right to remain silent in court, even if you're an accused. I assume I'm not being accused. So I cannot, this is built into me. It's required by an International Association of Human Rights Defenders that I'm affiliated with, Frontline Defenders. You take every step to protect anyone who's vulnerable. And people who give me information that might lose their jobs or their lives by my giving a name are vulnerable. So I would just have to say thank you very much, but I cannot carry on, because don't forget that at this stage we have the Madlanga Commission with specialist investigators. They can check out whether what I'm saying, they can talk to people firsthand. And as I've said to you, people are dying to talk to the Madlanga Commission when they get as far as looking at the task team. So as I said, I came here because I was invited and I thought it was the right thing to do. I gave the answer to this question and saying, I can't tell you the name of the person who wanted to contact Mklunu, because I was asked to give any information I had, which I have done truthfully, about my contact with Mklunu, with Cedric Ngabindi, with Sabia, and with, I was asked specifically by Parliament to give this information, and with Advocate Bakole. And that's the only reason I've done it. I was trying to please Parliament by giving them the information you want. And honestly, honourables, everybody, I appreciate the fact that you are trying to deal with this, and I don't want to diminish my support and my pleasure that you have taken this initiative. But I cannot give names, and they're not relevant, because what I'm saying here is that it's not just, in this case, it was one policeman that I must protect. In the other cases, these are different people who said things to me independently themselves. It's not just whatever's in the WhatsApp. That's my clarification, and I just want to make it perfectly clear. With the investigations by Madlonga Commission, I cannot reveal some of the information now. I mean, I haven't told you about what I've said to the Inspector General of Intelligence, which supports some of the allegations against people who've been charged, like Khumalo. So, I mean, there's also that. You can't let information out in the public. Well, it's still got to be investigated by people who are trained to investigate, like the people I'm told are with the Madlonga Commission. Sorry, I hope everybody will. And if you don't like what I'm saying because I'm not giving you all the names, then I'm afraid I just can't carry on. I'm sorry about it. I mean, even in court, you have the right to remain silent. And I'm doing it only for ethical reasons. I live in a very violent province. I hardly move myself now because I could get killed.
And when you are appearing before us, remember, you are appearing before us as a key witness. In fact, if we were to speak in terms of motions, we were going to say that you are a trigger. Because everybody who came here before us, starting with General Mkhwanazi, the minister himself, and former Minister Tele, all of them say there is this letter which was written by Dr. Mary De Haas. And when you read this letter that is written by yourself, you say on paragraph 1.1 that, Minister, I request you that you instruct the National Commissioner of the South African Police Services to immediately disband the irregularly constituted, unnecessary and wasteful political killings task team and send its investigators back to the detective units established provincially and nationally in terms of SAPS legislation. And this is the letter that you wrote on the 31st of October, 2024. And all the activities or all the developments that followed are the ones that put us where we are today. You get it?
Yes.
So the committee is saying to you that Dr. De Haas, before you wrote this letter, there must have been some information that you gathered, which make you to arrive at this conclusion that I am now at the pinnacle. I am now at the point where I must write a letter to the minister because maybe the information that I have with me is so overwhelming that I can no longer keep it to myself. Somebody has to know it. And the first person that came to your mind was the minister that you had to write to. And so now Parliament then, after the decision that you requested must be made, that decision has been made, then Parliament appoints a committee to investigate the circumstances surrounding the dissolution of this PKTT and the alleged corrupt activities. So I just want you to appreciate the motions that get that momentum after you wrote the letter. You get it?
I do.
And so now members of Parliament are conducting an investigation. They have invited you. And members of Parliament say, in our engagement with you, we want to restrain ourselves. We don't want to be seen appearing in a way that does not resonate with the decorum of this House. We don't want to be seen as if we are belligerent. You get it? we want to have a conversation with you and help us to give us information that made you to arrive at a decision like this. If there is anybody who gave you information, you say, this is the information that I gathered. There is a Soviet who helped me to compile this information, but I'm not in a position to publicly mention a name like that one. You get
we've been partly covered by what Honorable Skosana has said. But what we have noted here is the highest level of arrogance of high note. And there is an attempt to reduce the credibility of this committee as if we're a subordinate of a certain commission of inquiry.
Chair, apologies, Honorable Mfaro. Chair, can you again talk to the witness to stop making gestures when members are submitting point?
Listen, let's allow Honorable Nomvalo to conclude. We will come back to you to make that point.
Chair, the first witness that appeared before this committee is General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. He mentioned the name of a witness before us in his affidavit under oath. And even when he was here, he elaborated on why he mentioned her name. The name was also mentioned by the Minister of Police, Minister Senzo Mkhulu, under oath, openly so. And she comes here, she is not a police officer. She has no right to protect informants because it's only police officers with that right to protect informants. She is just an ordinary person with passion of having views on police work. We respect that. But she must not come here and undermine Parliament. This is Parliament, and this is a committee that has been tasked. We're not just doing a normal oversight responsibility here. We're doing an investigation. This is not a portfolio committee. It's an ad hoc committee with specific terms of reference. And at the center of those terms of reference is conducting an investigation on issues that are affecting SAPS. And she comes here, she tells us about investigators, qualified investigators, who are going to investigate issues in the Madlanga Commission. As if here, by virtue of being members of Parliament, we are not qualified to listen to what those investigators can listen to. So what I see here, Chair, is the highest level of arrogance and lack of cooperation. The witness cannot choose what she can tell us. It was going to be understandable if she was saying, Chair, I am not comfortable with disclosing names here on camera. Can we disclose them when cameras have been switched off? That will be understanding. Now saying, ridiculing the credibility of this committee by saying no, because I'm still here to appear in the Madlanga Commission. What is that? Madlanga Commission is not bigger than Parliament. It's an executive decision through the President of South Africa. This committee, the Ad Hoc Committee, is a decision of Parliament. So, Chair, can we not be undermined here, please? Can we not be undermined? There are three options that we have correctly put here. It's either she gives us names here. If she doesn't, off camera. And if she doesn't want to give us names at all, she must not accuse evidence with names which are not disclosed, which are not going to be disclosed. She must just keep quiet and not say that I was told by so and so. She must not even go there because we will probe her further. Thank you.